I've been thinking a lot lately about death as a kind of negotiated surrender. And so there are a couple of qualifications to that. The first is I'm talking about expected deaths through aging or illness. A sudden death is a very different thing. And two, I don't generally like war and battle and fighting metaphors around death, but I think this one has some value. When I work with my clients, one of the things I help them do is come into relationship with death. If you're on a journey and that's where you're going, it's good to have a sense of what this is that you're going to meet and to figure out how you're going to be in relationship with it. And death is a neutral force. It's like the tides or sunset or the way the grass grows or the rain falls. It's just a feature of existence. It's not out to get us. And in a way, we portray the Grim Reaper not as an aggressor, but as a bit of a patient waiter. It comes when it is your turn, and it will be all of our turns at some point. So when it's your turn, what does it mean to make relationship with that death if you know it's coming? And this image of a negotiated surrender is a spiritual term, but we can also take it a little more literally. We surrender when we're not in control. And we're not in control of when death comes. So we're surrendering to it, but we still have some choice over what the terms of that surrender are. We can choose how we go out. One of the images I like is of a kind of warrior, but the noblest form of a warrior, who says, I admit defeat and I'm going to meet it with grace. You win, but I choose my terms. So we can't choose what the final outcome will be, but we can choose how we go there, what kind of choices we make around treatment, and whether it's about quality of life or quantity of life. Those are different paths. And what kind of choices we make around what we do with our final days, however many those are. Do we bring more love and healing and beauty into them? We can make choices about those terms. We can't choose when death will come or how it will come, but we can choose how we will live until that point. I often think about two diplomats from countries who aren't necessarily friends with each other. There's a sense of, I don't like you, but I'm in this with you, and we need to make the best of it. So the image I often encourage people to have is a kind of shaking hands with death. Okay, we're in this together. Let's see where this goes.